Hey everyone, I'm Rob Franick. I'm editor-in-chief here at the Princeton Review. Today, friends, let's reflect on what a difference a year makes. At this time last year, there were graduation ceremonies across the country, some of which were actually held indoors. The SAT and the ACT, their exam administrations went on without one single cancellation. And of course, AP exams were actually full length and yet didn't have to take them at home. This year, we all know things are looking super different. Let's start off with College Decision Day. That's National College Decision Day, which was May 1st every year, was now pushed back to June 1st and beyond. And of course, many of your plans look a little different too. And folks, if you feel like your perspectives and your priorities have changed, then please know with absolute mathematical certainty you are not alone. A new Hobson survey, the findings of which were just released, were based on results from nearly 10,000 high school students who were registered on their Naviance platform, show how this year's cohorts of high school juniors and high school seniors are thinking about their next steps. And folks, the findings suggest that students' choices this year have been different. You probably won't be too surprised to learn that 11th graders in 2019 searched for and visited colleges at nearly twice the rate than 11th graders in 2020. They also took their first SAT or ACT at more than twice the rate of this year's juniors, and they met with their own school counselors at double the rate too. There were just more opportunities to do all of those things last spring. Here's the thing, juniors are not the only ones affected. A full 2.5% of high school seniors surveyed last year reported that they plan to go to a job directly after high school graduation. More than 6% gave that same answer this year. The proportions of students reporting that they plan to join the military rose 1 full percentage point, and the proportion who said that they plan to attend a 4-year college went down by nearly 4 percentage points. Now still, according to the survey, a 4-year college plan is the plan for the majority of students. Now, students' choice to enroll in college hasn't changed. How they're making that choice has. The cost of education was the most widely cited factor in the college choice last year. Even still, the importance of cost made a big leap in 2020. Last year, about 60% of folks in the survey cited that cost of education was a top factor. This year, the percentage dropped from that 60% figure to nearly 79%. And the importance of financial aid increased by a full 20 percentage points. And here's another factor, and that matters more right now than anything, and it is, as we've discussed in these videos before, location. Location in this year's survey has made a leap, and of course that makes sense, as students now may be keen to stay closer to home than ever before. But also, majors made a jump too, likely as students consider the value of their college degrees. Now, what our Princeton Review team takes away from all of this is, number one, students are still planning to go to college, but they're thinking about how to make their college choice differently this year than they have in years past. And folks, that can actually be a good thing. Every year, and we've discussed it here on YouTube as well, we reach out to college-bound students and their parents for our annual survey at the Princeton Review. It's called College Hopes and Worries. Now this year we surveyed nearly 13,000 of them about their aspirations and their concerns. The dream school for this year for both parents and students was Stanford University. The most cited answer about the toughest part of the admission process was taking standardized tests, specifically the SAT, the ACT, and AP exams. Those, of course, have not proceeded apace this year, but one factor has been enduring, and that factor, no surprise to you guys, is cost. Now, we have consistently found that the biggest college worry for 8 years running is the level of debt to pay for a college degree. And concern about college costs and debt is not new, but of course it may be amplified right now. Costs are a huge factor for many families in any given year, but especially this year. But there are smart and savvy ways to go to a top-notch school and not pay the full sticker cost. We have a video about it with tips on how to do just that, plus a book that profiles 75 best value colleges. And by best value, I mean that some of our top best value colleges dole out more than $40,000 in scholarships and grants on average to applicants that qualify for need-based aid. So, if there's a school out there that you have your heart set on, do not cross it off of your list just because it has a high sticker cost. Sometimes even very pricey schools can end up costing you less money. But there are things that you need to do. Number one, you need to apply for financial aid. Number two, do let schools know if your financial circumstances have changed, and do give them the information that they need to help make your higher education goals affordable for both you and your family. Folks, 2020 has been an unprecedented year. You know this. And it is uncomfortable to be in a situation for which you have no template or no frame of references. But we hope that you'll take to heart in knowing that there are nearly 3.7 million other students whose senior year in high school is unlike any that came before it. And if this super challenging year has given you an opportunity to reflect on your chosen path, your priorities, and your possibilities, then we hope that you realize your potential in a way that is also unlike anything that you've done before. And as always, thank you so much, of course, for watching these videos. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already for our updates and, of course, our live streams. And leave us a comment and tell us how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected your post-high school plans. And, of course, folks, Rob Franek, I'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.